Just recently, I came across some interesting research that was carried out by a bank on its customers. And this interesting research indicates who saves the most amount of money and which age group are they. And the people who save the most amount of money are surprisingly women. Women saved 32% more than men. So a summary of all age groups, of all sexes, women saved more than men. And at the age of 30 to 34, the women at the age of 30 to 34 saved the most. 32% basically means that if a man saved 10,000 Kenya shillings, a woman saved 13,200 shillings. Well, it might not be surprising, but here is a surprising bit. The same bank classified all the incomes that came into the bank accounts. It summarized as follows: that despite the fact that women saved more than 32% more than men, the same women actually earned 26% less. Yes, more than a quarter less than the men. The women earned less, but they saved more. Why? Why is this the case? Are women better saving than men? It's also important to note from an early article that I saw of a developer in Kenya. This developer develops real estate and sells to individuals, and it is a low-cost developer. And in this low-cost developer, in a development of 500 homes, 390 homes were taken up by women, single women. And the rest was taken up by married men, most of whom were actually pushed by their wives to invest in these properties. Why are men not really investing? This is a question I want us to talk about. It's interesting that men are the most interested about investments and savings, but women are the ones who actually do something about it. In my channel, they have more men followers, but it seems that the most keen people in my channel are actually women. Despite being fewer, there are actually women who are much more interested in financial affairs. Then why is this case? Perhaps it's the security. Women desire some sort of security and safety, and finances these days provide the biggest safety net for any individual. If you do not have an income, you cannot pay bills. You become destitute and desperate. You become a lot more vulnerable as a person when you do not have money or a safety net. When you lose a job, you become desperate. You have no options. And this safety perhaps appeals more to women than men. The other thing could be that women spend far less on entertaining. They take far less amount of beer. They entertain friends far less. They buy cars for entertainment or invest in subscriptions and movies and all these things. Perhaps they pay more for dates than women, but men pay a lot more for entertaining. Maybe reducing the amount of money that they should actually invest towards savings and investment. It could also be that men are taking more aggressive, perhaps more dangerous activities with their money in the thought of investing. Perhaps they gamble more, so their money is going towards gambling, towards much more risky ventures. They're losing money in the attempt to gain more money and invest, while women are taking more traditionally conservative ways of preserving value, like saving in a bank account or buying a house that cannot move, or even more conservative approaches towards investing, while men are taking much more risky approaches towards investing, which categorically reduces the amount of money that goes towards the investments. The other thing could be that probably men have a lot more family obligations. They have more relatives to support, or they feel the need to take care of their relatives more than women. Perhaps culturally, as Kenyans, we as men take upon the burden of the whole family on not just our family, but also our in-laws. So we take much more burden than women. We also take much more costs. We pay much more costs within the family, the nuclear family. We tend to pay much more in expenses, reducing the amount of money that is available to invest. That could be the reason. Perhaps men's dressing are more expensive. When you take a lady's shoe and a men's shoe is more expensive. A men's shirt is more expensive than a women's blouse. So comparatively, some male costs are much more than women costs. But this study is interesting, trying to highlight that it does not matter. This is another thing that you should also note. It does not matter how much money you make, because we have seen men earn a lot more, but what matters is how much you keep at the end of the day. Maybe you're pursuing financial security. Maybe you want to secure a future. Maybe you want to retire early. It is important to be able to determine what you desire as regards your financial goals. This is something surprising, and it is kudos to the women that they are able to invest a lot more despite earning a lot less. I hope that you are learning, you are growing, you are better in your financial affairs. Give me more reasons as to why you think women are saving more despite earning less. Thank you for your attention and for coming to this channel. Subscribe to the channel and see you right back.